time to put this Build-A-Figure together. Alright, so from what I've been told, the majority of it's not that brutal, with the exception of the legs, because apparently this is the Hyperion figure mold, which is never meant to be a Build-A-Figure. So I heard this is quite the arduous task of popping those in. So I'm going to put everything together first and the legs last, because I'm probably going to have to do that with a hair dryer or something. So let's do it. So you have to forgive me, I don't have a stand to put the phone on. So I'm going to start with the torso, and we're going to go with the arms first. And I'm going to go with the powered up arms. I'm going to go with the torso and the Thing / Human Torch arm to pop in first. All right, before. Very easy to do. It popped in, not much of a pop sound, but it does look very cool. Again, I love the detail from the Thing hand, arm, then it kind of comes down to the purple hue into the arm, which then conjoins with the body. So pretty awesome. Of note, this is not the same size as the Thing's hand or fist, but still pretty awesome. All right, next arm. So next is going to be the Invisible Woman / Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic arm. It's elongated with a double jointed elbow. Again, very cool, translucent, and then slowly goes into the purple to match, again, the torso. So before and the after. Again, popped in, got a little bit louder of a pop than I did on the other arm. This arm, very cool. That translucent plastic's awesome. Then it has the bigger fist, and it's longer than the other arm, again, to showcase both Sue and Reed Richards' powers. So I guess I'm going to go with one of the heads next, because I fear putting these legs on. Ugh. Just as a side note, I mentioned the double-jointed elbow. I'm pretty sure this is double-jointed, but I'm not going to force it. I'm going to heat this up a little bit first. I'm pretty sure I saw in some reviews it was double-jointed, but I've learned never force any of these Hasbro products. Heat them up first, which is probably what I'm going to have to do with these right here. I have two heads to choose from. I think I'm going with the sinister-looking smiley tooth head. I just picture Skrull as being sinister and crappy looking, so I'm going with him. And that was probably the most satisfying pop sound that I received so far. Had to work the head a little bit, kind of like in a circular motion, kind of worked on pressing it downward and twisting it, and then I got the pop sound. So the head is on. Now, the legs. I'm going to try them without heat and then go heat. I gave it the old college try, and I am not forcing these on. These pegs are longer. They're not very thick. I just don't trust not snap one of these things off, and I'm just not about to do that because I have no recourse. So just as a reminder, there are the alternate arms, and that fire piece will go on the Thing hand afterwards, and then again the other alternate arm along with the alternate Skrull head. So I'm going to heat these things up and probably pop them both on. And next time you see this guy, he'll be standing. Just to confirm, I made sure the little L was on there, and obviously I'm standing above it, so that means it's correct. So let's do it! You just gotta love using that hair blower. Okay, so that went right on, no problems with some heat. And we are almost completed. One leg to go. And just like that, he's together. Again, I'm pretty pumped I built this guy. There is the fire piece for Human Torch on Thing's fist and forearm. Again, I enjoy the translucent arm leading into the shoulder. Again, did not mess with that joint too much yet, but I plan to. That popped on pretty easily. The legs were tough. Again, had to heat them up to get them on there. There are the remaining pieces I haven't used yet. I'll probably do a video or a picture later on with those. But really, really happy with this guy. A couple points of contention that I'm slightly concerned about, though, which I'll show you in the next video. One concern I do have with this figure are the legs. I think I was told these are the Hyperion legs. I'm not quite sure. But I'm pretty sure these are the same legs that are on Bishop. And Bishop's legs have been very wonky since I purchased him. I noticed the ankles have been very loose over time. He tends to really kind of lean forward, that you really have to lean him extra further back on those ankle pivots. I'm hoping that the legs and ankles on Super Skrull are not going to be as loose over time. But definitely be aware of that, because again, I've had this guy go down many times, fall forward and things, because he was leaning forward too far. I had to lean him kind of back to actually compensate. So there's a good look at the legs on Bishop, and a good look at the legs on Super Skrull. And again, I'm pretty sure they are of the same pieces, so I just be very careful that over time the ankle joints look super loose and he starts to tilt forward, especially with the extra weight. If you have the FF arms on here, I've been told that it is rather heavy. You have to kind of arch back a little bit on the torso. So beware of that. But again, I've got to say it's a great figure, and hopefully it does not have the same hang-ups as Bishop here. All right, so in closing for this guy, pick him up. I think it's pretty cool. Again, the legs, we'll see over time how they hold up, but the arms, the battle pieces, the thing arm, even though the same size, even this face sculpt's pretty great. I would suggest picking them up. I really hesitated to begin with, but again, it's not that bad of a wave. If you didn't have any of the Walgreens exclusives to begin with, I think it's a must-get. I have not yet unboxed anything besides Doom in the back there, but I would say pick this wave up. And if you haven't, then if you have all the Walgreens exclusives, maybe it's an easy pass. But building this figure, pretty awesome.